Hey everyone, welcome back to Hero Wars Guide. I wanted to give you a heads up about an event coming here to Hero Wars Web. This is one I've been really excited about for some time, and it's finally here this week. So we're going to have CyberCon, which is, for those of you who've been around since the summer, this is pretty much identical to the Pirate Blackbeard event that we had at that time. And this whole thing here is going to depend on the tasks being the same as they were last year, but generally speaking, once these guys have an event set up, they run the same thing every time, so I think that's a reasonable expectation. So this is going to be on their schedule, next year's schedule, Tuesday, and it's going to run for a week. But here in the Western Hemisphere, it's going to start tonight. So there is a little bit of activity that you're going to want to hold off on, and I'll get into that as we go along. Alright, so what is going to be in this video? I'm going to run through the tasks. I'm going to talk about how this event stacks up to the rest. And the event special feature, which is this Cyber Vault, which works exactly the same again as that Blackbeard pirate key little feature. So I'm going to talk about how that works and when to reset it, and then what you want to hold off on doing this morning to get an 8th day out of the event. Alright, so first, what are the tasks? We've got login, eat once a day, VIP up to 7, spend money, and that's, from the look of the task, literally just buy something and you'll get a little avatar. No tangible reward out of that other than, the flashy stuff for your picture. Then buying emeralds at 90,000 with some pretty good kickback there. Spending emeralds at 150,000, so a huge one, but this event comes with discounts to some of the best spends of emeralds in the game, so if they're going to ask for 150,000, this is probably the most favorable time to do it. 4,000 energy, which is nothing for a 7-day, well, not nothing, but it's a very low target for a 7-day event. And 120 tower chests, which for 7 days that comes out to 105 if you're not spending any emeralds. So that one is a little bit bigger than it could be. And then start 7 adventures. Hopefully we'll get one of those portal stone gifts in the mail during this, just in case you've already done one of those or can't fit one in at the end. Alright, I'm not going to go into detail here. You've seen this exact slide from me before if you follow my channel, but this is just giving a little information about how I allocate a value to each event. You can pause and read through this if you like. Same thing here. This is just an example of how I assigned a value of 440 to a pet summoning egg for, to a box of 5 pet souls. I valued at 440 based on the value of summoning eggs. Alright, so how does CyberCon stack up against the other events? There are a few tasks that overlap between them, most notably spending emeralds. Here is the big one, first listed on the left. And you'll see 6 bars here. There's one for each event. CyberCon is the rightmost bar in each section in that kind of dark blue. But you can see they reward you pretty well for spending emeralds here, which is nice given that there are huge discounts on things as well. And this is just counting the value that is expected from those keys that come from each task. So you can see here the spend emeralds is a little bit better than all the other events that I've got listed here. Spending energy isn't quite as good, but there's almost nothing to that one anyway. Tower chest, you don't see that in many events, so this one's better than Time of the Fearless, but everything's better than Time of the Fearless generally, so not a big one there. And then buying emeralds, there's a nice little kickback here for buying emeralds during this event. But what I'd say there is it's very likely that a 4x sale will be coming on Thursday or Friday. So yes, this is going to be a great time to buy and to spend emeralds, but hold off until the sale kicks in. Okay, and then this is just a close-up on one of the tasks within the event, the Spend Emeralds task. They really front-load the rewards here. You get big payout per emerald spent for the first few milestones in this task. So you can see down at the bottom, ranging from there's a payout at 100, 500, on and on to 150. And the bar shown here is the amount of rewards that you get out of each milestone per emerald that you have to spend into it. So, for example, the payout for 150,000 is bigger, of course, than the payout for spending 100 emeralds, but this is evened out to show you the reward per emerald spent, which is really, generally speaking, I think the best way to look at what you're getting for what you're spending. But yeah, in this case, if you're not someone who spends a lot of money on the game, but maybe you get some emeralds out of the arena, due to the front loading here, this is going to be a really good time to spend them. And just to show a comparison here, this is what the curve looked like for Spooky Festival and how it looks for almost every other event out there, where there's a huge payout coming at the end. The front ones are the little guys here are nice as well. And per emerald, they're not big in raw amounts of rewards given at the beginning here, but they are at the end. And this current event, CyberCon, is just go back real quick, flat at the end, all the way on the right. So that makes it as free-to-play friendly as they possibly can for an event that's really all about buying and spending emeralds. All right, and then this is just a list of the tasks and what's required of you in each task and the payout from it. And so you can see here that there's 8 tasks listed, and the overwhelming majority of the rewards that are coming out of them are in the buying and spending emeralds section. You get a huge amount of those cyber keys as a reward out of the spending emerald task, and then the buy emeralds has a kickback of more emeralds to you. So if you buy 90,000 emeralds during this event, then you'll get 33,000 free from this task. And those other ones are really small, so they pale in comparison. All right, so the Cyber Vault. This is the special feature of the CyberCon event, and this is going to look pretty familiar, again, to those of you who were around for the Pirate Blackbeard event earlier this year. But you get this grid, and this is currently showing you all the possible rewards, but these are just going to be, mystery tiles. You can pick the top left one, the bottom right, whatever you want. You'll be able to flip one over, and you get a random prize. This is the opening screen. They'll show you here all the potential rewards, but this layout obviously is not going to be where they get randomly placed for each individual user. And then I've got a couple screenshots here from the Pirate event. This is one that came out really well. The Chaos Particle, most people are going to look at as the best prize on the list, and this one happened to hit on the very first opening. So this is what you want to see. You'll get that the prize you're looking for on your very first open, and then as the user, you get to refresh it whenever you want. As long as you've opened one chest, you can reset the board. So this would be a case where you open one and you reset it right away. Or on the other hand, sometimes you click through and you open item after item after item, and you can see the 3 grand prizes on the left, and with 4 chests left in this case, none of them are found. So This one I'm sure played out to the very last item on the board. Um, but here you can see where some are opened and some are not. So it's up to you to decide when you're going to want to refresh. And by far the most valuable prize out of this is the 250 chaos particles. But especially if you're a newer player, then all of these things that you can see on the board right now are decent prizes. And if most of these things are still items that you're working on, you may not be 100% fixated on the 250 chaos reward. And then you're going to want to look at, or you might be interested in taking a look at the value of each one of these individual items and building a tool that helps you to decide when you want to refresh. And so what I'm showing you on screen here is just a little something I put together for my guild during the pirate event, and some of my emerald values here might have changed, but the gist of this was, you say, yes, I found each item on the list, or no, I haven't, and it'll tell you, here's the emerald value of everything you found. Here's the, and you can see that in the right, currently shown in red. I've in that found column, a certain number of items have been marked as found or not, and then it says, well, out of everything you've opened so far, the value was 206. That means that the prizes that you've not yet found average out to be worth 270 emeralds, so don't refresh just yet. And so, this kind of tool might help you decide when to hit that reset button if you're not someone who's just purely going for the chaos and refresh once you hit it. And these the default numbers that I put in here are just based on the emerald costs to get the same resources, or in the case of hero souls, I don't value those particularly highly. I look at them as most of the value is converting to shop coins, where you can buy things at a quarter of the effectiveness of emeralds. And I guess the other note that I'd say really quick on this is, you might look at the value of things in general, or you might look at the value of things during this sale, because there are going to be discounts on some of the big emerald spends in the game. The Titan Summoning Sphere, which is not the best one, but that's, I want to say, was 30% off. The Heroic Chest, which is 60% off, so that almost makes it worth doing. And then gold effectively through the Titan Summoning Spheres is 30% off, but again, that's not something that you want to actually spend your emeralds on. The Heroic Artifact Chest, which is pretty nice, that one's 30% off. That's not a bad spend. And then the big one, the best for last, is the Titan Artifact Sphere. Was 20% off in the summer. So those discounted rates for related items are shown here as well. Who knows if those discounts will be exactly the same. Hopefully they will be. Hopefully we'll get a discount at the new Astral Seer. If they want to give something nice to the players here after that feature has come out, then hopefully we'll see a discount there. Maybe we'll even see some items from Ascension resources in this list of potential prizes. I kind of doubt it on that one. It seems like once they've settled on an event, it's just a kind of copy and paste next time the thing comes around. But if we're being optimistic, maybe we'll see some crystals and radiant crystals and insignia in this list. And I really hope there's a discount on the Astral Seer, but we'll see in 24 hours or less. Okay, so this is just showing you the only difference between these two slides is that the big chaos particle grand prize has been found there on the third row. Here in the initial screen, it's not. Now that chaos particle was set to found, so it's telling you, well, you've found more value than what remains to be found, so go ahead and refresh. All right, so now that you know what to expect out of this event, what do you want to do to prepare? Well, if you're in the West, it's Monday morning that this video is going to go live. If you haven't done it yet, don't run the tower because you're going to need that 8th day to get the 120 tower chest openings, unless you want to spend emeralds there, but there's about to be much better buys to be had for your emeralds. So hold off on that. If you already run it, it's not the end of the world. Again, if you think back to that task list, the payout for getting everything done in the tower task is pretty small compared to buying and spending emeralds. But the biggest payout is for that last 120 milestone. You get 5 keys there, whereas the rest of them give you 1. So, it's worth holding off if you can get back in the evening. Normally, I'd advise holding off your energy purchases for the day and just exchanging some items to get you up to your guild activity requirements. But the bar is so low in this one at 4,000, I'd say use your energy as normal. It's not worth losing a glyph over. And then, in the evening, go ahead and run it and get ready to take advantage of the discounts on the big emerald spends in the game. And then again, there is the tasks for both buying and spending. You're going to be tempted to spend by those discounts, but don't buy any new emeralds until the 4x sale comes, which I expect to be on either Thursday or Friday. Last year, and I think in the pirate event, it was a 4-day sale, so maybe it'll run Black Friday through Cyber Monday or something like that. Anyway, I hope this helped. If you want to get alerts like this for future events, please click subscribe and the notify button. Thank you.